Good morning students. Now today we are going to learn the semi-conservative mode of DNA replication proposed by the Watson and Crick. Okay, Watson and Crick proposed a scheme for the semi-conservative mode of replication, DNA replication. According to the semi-conservative mode of DNA replication, the two strands of DNA separate. The two strands, these are the two strands of DNA separate, and after separation each parental strand acts as template. This is acts as template to synthesize its complementary strand. After the formation of complementary strand, the two daughter DNA are formed. In each daughter DNA, one of the strand is the parental strand, while the another strand is the newly formed strand. So this kind of the DNA replication is called the semi-conservative mode of DNA replication that proposed by the Watson and Crick. Now to prove this semi-conservative mode of replication, Michelson and Stoll conducted an experiment on E. coli. So now we will discuss the experimental proof of the semi-conservative mode of DNA replication. Michelson and Stoll grew E. coli bacteria on a culture medium for many generations having ammonium chloride with heavy nitrogen, or you can say that the heavy isotope of nitrogen, that is the N15. Okay, so they grew the E. coli bacteria on a culture medium having ammonium chloride with N15, or you can say that the heavy isotope of nitrogen. When the bacteria were grown in this medium, the bacteria took or used the heavy nitrogen from the medium. So all the nitrogenous compounds present in the bacteria were got incorporated with the heavy nitrogen, including DNA also. And when all the DNA got incorporated with the heavy nitrogen, after that these bacteria were shifted into the another medium having normal nitrogen, that is the N14. Okay, and from each generation, from the cells of each generation, the DNA extracted and centrifuged in the centrifugation machine to know the heaviness of the DNA, or to know the different densities of DNA. Okay, so what we learned here, that the Michelson and Stoll grew E. coli bacteria on a culture medium having ammonium chloride with the heavy nitrogen, and after many generations, when their DNA is completely incorporated with the heavy nitrogen, they transferred the bacteria into the another medium having the N14, means the normal nitrogen. And from the cells of each generation, they taken out, or they extracted the DNA and centrifuged in the centrifugation machine to know the density, or to know the heaviness of the DNA. Okay, now first of all we will discuss when the DNA extracted from the cells of this parental bacteria, when their DNA is completely contain the heavy nitrogen, and when they centrifuged in the centrifugation machine, that it shows the density. You can see that having only N15, there is the nitrogen only N15. This is the now density, means they centrifuged in the centrifugation machine till the DNA settle at a fixed position. Suppose this is the position, this is the density. Now, when these bacteria are now transferred into this another medium having the normal nitrogen, that is the N14, and we know that the generation time of bacteria is the 20 minutes. So they took out or they extracted the DNA from the cells of the bacteria after 20 minutes, and now centrifuged in the centrifugation machine, and they observed that the DNA of this first generation after 20 minutes settled slightly higher than this parental DNA, slightly higher than so this indicate that they contain the both N14 and N15. Now again after 20 minutes, means after 40 minutes, they extracted the DNA from the cells of the bacteria. So now you can see that this is the bacteria DNA of the second generation. Now again this DNA were centrifuged in the centrifugation machine, and they observed that the DNA settled at the 2 position. So the DNA shows 2 types of DNA. There is the 2 sediments of the DNA. One at the same level of this first generation. Now you can see one at the same level of the first generation, while the another type of DNA, this is the second type of DNA, settled still higher than the first generation, still higher than the first generation, means they are lighter than the first generation. So we can say that this is the heavy DNA that contain only the N15 that settled here. Now you can see that is the only N15 nitrogen. But in the second generation, there is the 2 sediments of DNA. There are 2 types of DNA. Some DNA sediments at a position that is similar to the first generation, while some DNA sediment at slightly higher than the first generation, means the DNA of the first generation were hybrid, or you can say that the intermediate in densities. And now we talk about this third generation again. This is the third generation, you can see. Now the Michelson and Stoll have extracted the DNA from the bacteria of the third generation and again centrifuged in the centrifugation machine. What they observed, again there is the 2 types of sediments of the DNA. Some DNA sediments similar to this first generation, as well as there is the second generation, means they were hybrid or intermediate in densities, while the another type of DNA that sediments higher than, means similar to this, we can say. So again there is the 2 types of DNA, and the ratio of these 2 types of DNA was 50-50. The ratio of these 2 types of DNA was 50-50. In the third generation, the percentage of a hybrid decreased from 50 to 25, while the percentage of light DNA increased from the 50 to 75%. Again after 4th generation, means again after 80 minutes, again the Michelson and Stoll taken out the DNA from the cells, from the bacteria, extracted the DNA of the 4th generation, and again they centrifuged in the centrifugation. Again they observed that there are the 2 types of DNA. There are the 2 sediments of DNA, that is the hybrid and the light, but the percentage of hybrid is still decreased from 25% to 12.5%, and the light again increased from 75% to 87.5%. So this could only happen if the one of the strand is parental, while the another strand is newly formed in each generation. There is, you can see that there is the parental strand and the newly formed strand. Again there is the parental strand, this is the newly formed strand, and now there is the completely newly formed strand. This is the newly formed strand. So these are the light, you can say this is the light, and this is the now hybrid or intermediate. So here we observed that the Michelson and Stoll observed that the densities, or you can say that the percentage of hybrid decreased while the percentage of the light DNA increased. So this could happen only if the one of the strand is the parental strand while the another strand will be the newly formed strand. Thank you.